Alright, so I'm going to be giving a pretty long tour of my factory in Satisfactory. I just started building in end of March. This is the main building right there, and then I've got a whole bunch of buses and different hyperloops that lead off in different directions. But this is the main building here where most of the production is done. It's got 4 floors so far, but I can keep expanding as I go up. And over there is the space elevator. Right here we got a truck stop, which is what carries the coal to the power plant. So I'm gonna start off just running in here. So this is a jump pad and a slowing down jelly, so that if I fall off the side I can just fall right into there without taking fall damage. This is the inside in here, but I'm actually gonna start by going to the power plant. Oh, actually no, not the power plant, the coal plant, which is this one right here. So to start off with, this is completely running perpetually. It's all running on coal power at the moment. The coal is mined at this offsite location that I'm heading to right now. It's then picked up by a tractor from the truck stop there and carried back all the way back by tractor to the other location. I'm just going to go underneath this guy here. So it's pretty far to get there, so I put in this hyperloop to be able to get back and forth really quickly. So this is the coal location, so you can see it's mining coal at the moment. And just hop out here first. It's mining coal at the moment. It sends the coal down there along that conveyor belt to the truck stop, and you can see the truck is actually refilling right now. That's why there's so much coal going in. The coal both fills up the back of the truck, but it also the truck is on an automatic loop and it seems to be stuck. The truck also is refueled by the coal. It runs on coal. It's taking a weird route to get back. The tractors are on automated loops, so sometimes they go off track there, but you can see the little markers for the path that they take, and that will take the coal back to the factory. When it gets back to the factory, I'm going to head back to the factory now. It is split up. Half of it is used for production, and half of it is used for power. And I sent from a second truck stop, it's sent to the power plant, which is another place that's next to the water that I had to do off-site. So I'm going to come back in here through this little bus area, alright, and head to the power plant, which is through here. I'm actually in the bottom one. There we go. So you can see that that's the second truck stop there. So essentially the coal comes in at the far truck stop. It comes around over here through underneath the foundations and comes up to this truck stop, where it is then shipped through another tractor to the power plant. And that's a coal power plant. It's located next to the water, not this water right here. This is kind of cool. I can go hyperloop through the water. But it's actually, that water's not deep enough to cool down the coal plant or create steam. I forget what the water, yeah, create steam. So I need a whole bunch of water in addition to coal. So the coal is then shipped by tractor all the way to this power plant, which again is really far. And this hyperloop makes it a lot easier to get back and forth to the coal plant. So here we go. I actually just reached close to maximum consumption. So you can see here, I'm actually running on battery power. So you can see the consumption is actually just going over my maximum consumption, but I have 7 batteries installed that can do up to 700 megawatt hours. And if the power is being overcharged, then it'll charge the batteries. So the batteries are pretty close to fully charged, because I'm basically using max power. I'm probably gonna need to put in a new coal plant here because I got 7. I'll probably need an 8th. And you can see over here, this is all the batteries. They're all in motion at the moment. So yeah, I probably will need to fix that. Here's the water intake. So this is the water processing plant. I could put in another one here, but I do have full tanks up here. This one comes up into this tank, and then we have 2 water pumps that go up into the tank on the other side there, just in front of me, and they are both on the same line, so they'll pump water in here Water gets pumped into these coal processors, and that makes power. So again, I will need to make an 8th coal generator here because it looks like I'm just hitting the peak of my power based on the production that I'm doing. It's kind of just going over and under every couple minutes, and you can see its how long it'll last there on battery power, depending on how much power it's being used. There's quite a bit of coal here, so I keep like 4 storage bins of coal so that you never run out. And this is the other truck stop here that also refills that tractor. So essentially that's how the power works, and it keeps itself going using the tractors, using the truck stations, the water and coal. And on top of that, it's able to do all the production for my factory as well as all the mining. So the next place I'm going to head is the mine, or sorry, the mining locations. And then finally I'll do a tour of the factory. So there's the space elevator up there that goes all the way up to space. And over there is where my mining area is, and most of the smelting is done off-site. Only some of it's done on-site. There we go. So this one right here will take me to... Is this the one I want to go to? No. Sorry, it was the other one. So I'm heading next to the mining area. Over here. So heading to the mining area next. So the mining area has got a whole bunch of different mining locations. And then there is a dual buses that go in with conveyor belts. So I have a hyperloop that goes up to the top of this bridge here, so I can look out over the mining. So that's all iron mining, as well as that over there is also iron. See the iron coming in. We got copper back over there, and those all basically feed into this one bus. You can see some of it's kind of mixed up differently because I need some ore versus some ingots, and then those are all smelters smelting some into ingots. And we got a huge bus that goes all the way from the mining area all the way across underneath the factory. And then we got another one that goes right here that's just concrete. So we got iron, concrete, and copper coming in from here. The coal's coming in from off-site. I'm going to go back into the factory to show what's actually being produced inside. Alright, so the first floor we got the hub area with all of the different warp pipes in the center there. And this is kind of the front door area, because this is where you can either take a jump pad to go up a couple floors. You can jump up this way, like that. And if you fall off the side, you can land in this green jelly to slow you down and not take fall damage, or you can take the ramps to get up here. Along the right here, sorry, I'll start on the left here. Along the left here is my resource intake. So this giant bus comes along with all of these different resources, come in underneath the foundations along this wall. And then each of these different areas kind of deals with sorting those. We got ingots coming in under here. As you can see over here, copper ingots. We got concrete coming in over here, and that's all my resources coming in. Oh, and some over here as well. So there's some of the coal that's coming across, some iron, as you can see from the outside here. And then I also got ramps on each corner. Over here I got place to make biofuel, but I don't use biofuel very much now that I have coal. So this is a biofuel producer. You just stick leaves and wood in and it'll produce biofuel, but this is actually filled tons of biofuel. And then along here are all my resource collection. Back here I got my coal. This is where the coal intake comes from. So the coal comes from the mining area and comes in over here, and then it's sorted. Some of it is used for production, some of it is used for power. They're both sent underneath the foundations over there. And the way that I go through and collect all my resources is I usually keep 2 stacks of each resource, except for the more rare ones. I usually keep 1 stack, so you can see in my thing here it's pretty well organized. All I got to do is come along the top here and grab from the top box, because each one's got a top box That's where the majority are going to be. So we got like copper sheets, reinforced iron plates, cable, copper wire. These are modular frames. And the reason I have to jump along the top here is because they're automatically being pushed into the top. So for instance, this one is all full at the bottom, but this one isn't, so I would have to climb up anyways. So it's kind of easy to just jump along the top and lean down, grab stuff as you're going along. This one's raised up because of the doorway. But we got steel pipes and steel plates. Sorry, steel beams. And then coming over here, whoops. We got encased industrial beams, so we're getting into the more rare items back on the sides. These are just iron plates, iron rods. I think these are just screws. And finally we have rotors over here. So those are my main kind of building items, and I always kind of go along and make sure I have all of those stacked up inside here in my inventory so I can craft stuff easily. Over inside the center here is the crafting area. So I got like the research site, crafting bench, equipment workshop. Can use all of those. And then in the center I got one extra battery, which seems to be really being worked. Might need to add in some coal plants soon. And then the hub area here, which takes you to those 3 locations plus this one right here, which goes to the top floor. I'll get to that in a moment. Coming up to the second floor. So this is where production starts. So we got ingots and everything coming up through the floor here, and then this is kind of the basic resource creation with screws and plates and everything, and that goes along a bus down into the bottom over there. I have a big wide open space on this floor, so I'm hoping to expand as more basic resources come up. I can still stick them going down the bus there. Over here we got, I think it's rotors that are being created in this one. Oh, sorry, reinforced iron plates. And then over here is the copper production. So we got 3 things making copper. We got one for wire, which is obviously really full. One for cable, also really full. And then one for steel plates, which is still working. I like to keep everything full and running. This is for the bus for the iron plates right here. And then you can see that they all kind of go down into their respective boxes, which are right underneath, like I just showed. And then I got these open spots because I think I'm going to be doing interfloor travel on the outsides here as I progress. Going up to the 3rd floor. Oh, we also got a crafting area down there. Going up to the 3rd floor, we got more assembling, but this is like higher tier stuff. So over here we got, I think, rotor. Yeah, these are the rotors. And I haven't calculated the efficiencies on all these, so this will obviously, like you can see, it's waiting for screws but completely full on rods. I didn't calculate how to do them on this floor yet. How to be most efficient for power. I probably should do that, seeing as how much power I'm using. Over here, I think we got, let's see here. This is reinforced iron plate. Oh, so this goes into this one here, sorry. Modular frames. So we got modular frames going down there. We got the reinforced plates going down, sorry, the rotors going down over there. And then finally over here we got steel production. So we got coal and iron coming in up here. They're both split up into these foundries. They make steel. Steel is then merged and then re-split up. Used for 3 different things. We got steel pipes and steel beams, which I'm actually just making beams right now because my pipe boxes were full. And the beams get used for all the conveyor belts. And over here is encased industrial beams, and those get sent over. You can see we have all the buses here, and then that one gets sent over to the other side to go down there. And I also got some open space on this floor as well, so I could make some more stuff up here. And then finally we got the top floor, which is completely open right now, which is only being worked on space elevator items. So I actually did measure out the efficiencies on all of this, so this should be I kind of screwed up here. So other than that one spot there. This should be very efficient, using everything as it comes in. Let's see how this works out here. So we got iron ore that's coming in at the exact rate that I need it. It's then split into two sets here. Sorry, it's split three ways because I need to take 2/3 of it in one direction and one in the other. So I remerge the 2/3 into over there, and that gets sent over there. This one then gets split, so 1/3 gets split into 1/6. There's a lot of math going along here to make sure that it all fits efficiently. And then all of these parts get created, pushing down the line. Got a bunch of foundries. I even used some power slugs and affected the clock speeds on each of these so that they would be balanced out. And so you can see here, it's running pretty efficiently, constantly making versatile frameworks. And then those get shipped down along here. In my last factory, I had a setup to do the smart plates. So I have a bunch of those, but I haven't set it up in my new factory. And then I will need the third item from the space elevator. So just a quick glance around the outside here. Actually got a power slug I got to grab there. There's the space elevator, which is going to be my last spot. Over here we got a lookout tower. So that's the space elevator. You can see that's the coal, the connection between the coal from the factory to the coal at the power plant. The hyperloop that goes all the way out. There's the long bus of conveyor belts. Just head over on this direction here. So we got the hyperloop that goes out there, hyperloop that goes over here, so that's out to the coal production. And we also have a yellow slug that I haven't got there because I actually have this poison marsh right next to my factory. I don't know why I decided to settle next to it. I just kind of like the look of it. If you go in there, you do get damaged. So I will need to figure out how to get that yellow slug later. But then we got the mining area over here. Oh, please don't fall, please don't fall. Okay. And then this is the way to get back up and down. So there's two ways that if I respawn in the hub area, so this is where you respawn in the bedroom here. There's two ways that you can get around. You can either take this hyperloop, which is easier just to get back up, or you can jump down and land in this goo, and it'll slow you right down. You can take this to get back up again. This jump only goes up 3 floors, so it doesn't actually go to the top floor. See here, it goes up to the 3rd floor. So that's why I put the hyperloop in from the center of the base, so that I can grab resources really quickly and then jump into the second hyperloop over. It's this one right here, and this one will take me up to the top floor. So that is my factory. It's working pretty smoothly. It should stay on constantly, although now that I'm hitting the maximum, my batteries are starting to kick in, so I will need to just see here. See, the batteries are kind of kicking in every once in a while. They're maintaining at 100%, but it'd probably be good to have a much higher capacity so that I'm not using my batteries as often. But other than that, I can leave it on while I'm working because it's an idle type game. And yeah, it's coming along pretty well. As soon as I send all the stuff to the space elevator, which will be my last stop actually, then I can move on to the next tiers to start building new things. So you can see here, I have to unlock phase 2 and then phase 3 in order to build the higher level materials and construction elements. So things like nuclear power, stuff like that. This is the space elevator here. And you need 500 smart plates, 500 versatile frameworks, and 100 automated wires. Once I load, seal, and send those up, then I'll be able to craft new stuff. So that's pretty much it. That is my factory. Let me know what you think. I've tried to keep it organized, but as these types of things go, it started organized and then became a mess. I've already redone this factory once. I literally spent 6 hours taking the entire thing down. You can see where the old one used to be. It was actually stacked up. Those three stairs over there used to be floors, and there was a smaller factory in that area. And then I ran out of space between the cliffs there, so I decided to move everything and rebuild the factory. It took me hours to move everything because I'd already constructed it all. But I probably will end up doing that again once I grow too big for this area and start needing more space. Anyways, let me know what you think. If you have any tips or ideas on how to make it more efficient, because efficiency is the name of the game. Thank you for watching.